Hello everyone, my name is Ayan Abdi. My group partners are Michael Penta and Hong Van. We are Group 1 and our group project is on race. We decided to explore this topic because in the last couple of years, several incidents in which African Americans were mistreated or in some cases killed by police, like George Floyd, have sparked this new public attention to the issue of race relations in America. In fact, events in 2020 has led us to explore this topic even more. Racial tensions have increased in the past couple of years in this country. So to better understand the current status of this issue, we decided to create a website that included a built-in survey. So on the second tab right here, you can see there's the survey right here. We started conducting the survey from October 31st through November 14th. It's still open, so you can still pass this link to your friends so they can participate in this survey. So the first 5 questions we asked are on demographics because we wanted to accurately identify our participants. And the rest of the questions focus primarily on the topics of race relations, racial equality, and discrimination. We wanted to learn and measure public views on race in America and people's personal experience with discrimination or racism, with the focus on the views and experience of everyone, Black, Hispanic, white, Asian, everybody living in America. So each one of us took the link and sent it to friends, family, posted on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then we asked people to take to take a few minutes out of their time to take the survey. So it was really easy in that term, but I will let Michael talk about the results later and what we found. Moreover, racism continues to be reality for Blacks and Hispanics who report being denied jobs and housing because of their race or being the victim of unfair treatment in public places, like, while shopping, dining out, being in public places, or even dealing with police. Also, the documentary we saw in class has also sparked an interest to ask questions on how race correlates when factors of opportunities and wealth are being talked about. We also wanted to measure how much of ignorance about race is the cause of prejudice and injustice. In the last tab later right here, you can find additional research where, a lot of people, nearly half of Blacks are reporting fearing of their life at some time because of their race. In light of these experiences, there are stark differences in how Blacks and Hispanics, whites, and other people perceive the problem. And we will see that in the results later. So I will now show you the survey, which is on the second tab right here. In order for me to show you the survey, I would have to take it, which I don't mind. So the first 5 questions, like I said, are demographics, female, which category below includes your age, boom, what's your ethnicity, and what economic class do you identify as, how much exposure / interaction have you had in your life with race other than your own. In your opinion, is race a determinant factor of opportunity? Yes. We picked this question because of the documentary we saw in class where whites were being told to move out of their neighborhoods, and the encouragement people used, real estate agents used, were because Black people were living in those neighborhoods. Next, in your opinion, is the race a determinant factor of wealth? Which also ties into what I just said. about the housing inequality. Regarding race, have you ever been hurt by something someone said or did? Is ignorance the root cause of prejudice and injustice? How does it make you feel when someone calls something you did or said racist? And then once you're done, it'll lead you here, which you can click on, and then it'll take you to the third tab, which is the results. And I will pass it to Michael to go more in depth on the findings of these results. Thank you so much.
Our philosophy for the structure and content of this site was twofold, one being educational and the other being interactive. If you focus your attention on the results portion of the website illustrated here, you will see the factors that we wanted to compile with our survey in order to study if there was a correlation between group identification and individual interpretations of the idea of race. Primarily, we wanted to demonstrate if people's notions of race led them to formulate opinions about its impact on wealth and opportunity. Race, while intended to be a biological explanation of differences in individuals, has instead evolved into a social interpretation of these differences to give them meaning and context. As we've discussed in our class, race has not only proven to be a historical phenomenon in America, but also an economical one as well. Ethnocentric ideologies coupled with institutional racism and examples such as Jim Crow laws of segregation have all contributed to the wealth gap and its continued growth. We've also seen the phenomenon of multi-generational wealth as the major underlying factor in prosperity and opportunity presentation. With that in mind, I'd like to turn your attention to the research portion of our site. These formal studies provide examples of not only conceptual understandings of the impact of race on economic viability, but also quantifiable information to support these theories. Please feel free to browse this section of our site at your leisure to see the interesting correlations discovered by these various institutes. Thank you for taking the time to watch our video, view our site, and participate in our survey.